Valkyries? How are y'all doing today? So, we're gonna jump in the van pretty quick because there's a mosquito crazy going on. So, I decided to show y'all my home when I'm on the road. Ta-da! So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set that right there while I get some stuff set up. Let's turn that fan on. Get that door open. Get that door open. Get some airflow going here. So, we've had a lot of rain, and because we've had a lot of rain, we have a lot of mosquitoes. So, yeah, a lot of mosquitoes. But I thought that I would show y'all my home on the road. What's up, Neek? So, that's the brief, guys. So, it's a Ram. Yeah, we have two. It's a Ram Promaster 3500. It is wrapped for my work. And everybody, let's see, I'm not quite sure how to do this. Today is Neek 2288's birthday. So everybody out there, that's these mosquitoes are crazy. So happy birthday to Neek. So let's go some quick little breaks. That's a folding wagon, so I can pop it out if I need to move anything. That is a dog food container that we did a conversion. I've got a tube on the other side, but that's 13 gallons of water. That bucket has all of the attachments that I need for hooking up water, all of that. That is my hot water on demand. My electric scooter sits right there. The propane tank with the roll of toilet paper sitting on top. The propane tank runs the hot water on demand. Then I've got, that's my actual cassette toilet. Camping bag. I use a Eberly stock camping bag that has all of my like clothes, gear, stuff like that. And then that bag, the next bag, has cold weather gear, cold weather supplies, all that kind of stuff. Sleeping bag is right there. My blanket is still out. But over here we have my hammock, and so what I do is unhook that, grab that, it comes up here to this D-ring, drop that, and so now my bed is set up. This blanket I can use in the hammock, or what I can do is bring that down, put that into place, and that gives me If my wife is with me, she can sleep on that bed, and I'm in my hammock. Down underneath, let's see, that's a fan. Behind it is a vacuum, but that space down there is normally where we put the dogs' beds. So then she sleeps up there, dogs are down there. Whoop. That just went all crazy. And I'm in the hammock. Just have these little like hanging organizers for stuff. Let's spin that around and then up. This has all of my like emergency gear. This tub has all of my additional hammock gear. It's got my hammock stand, all that stuff. Hey, Grumpy. This has all of my like toiletries and that stuff in it. This is my power supply. I've got AC power, DC power. This is a Blue Eddy 1200 AC that will be connected to solar panels on the roof. Right now, it's actually plugged into 110. I've got 110 outlets around the van. But this also controls my lighting. So I've got a string of Goal Zero lights around. They run all the way around the van. So that's running the power. Then what it is also running is this. This is, I actually need to slack that cord so I can. That is a freezer. This side is my fridge. Yes, there's Guinness and my condiments and everything. This would also be filled with a bit more food when I go on the road. And then this side is, ooh, I wonder if those are super chilled. Oh, there it goes freezing. What I can do is I can take those frozen water bottles and put them into this smaller cooler for drinks or whatever. Oop, got the hammock in there. So this toolbox is actually, and I do have that slacked enough, I can get that up out of the way. This is pots and pans, Scotch whiskey, bourbon whiskey, pots, pans, water boiling, all of my notary stuff, all my food is in there. As you may or may not know at this point, both my wife and I and our dogs are actually vegan. So we have to carry a lot of food with us just to make sure that we on the road can get what we need. Then I'm running, that's a single burner butane stove. Some more food, snacks. This is my actual water pump for getting the water out of the water container. Then this is eating utensils and cleaning. I actually got hooked up on the hammock. And so, yeah, like that water pump would go onto, this is my water. I have a tube that goes into my water container, into that 13-gallon water container, so I can pump water out. Blackout curtains that I can whoop, shoop, bring that down, bring that down. So if I need to do something temporarily in the back, I can drop the blackout curtains. I also have the actual like windshield covers, all of that stuff. Extension cords, adapters, all of that. This O-Polar fan, my wife found these, and it's a completely rechargeable fan. I've got it clipped to that handle because right there, when I'm in my hammock, it just blows across me and keeps me cool. But if you live anywhere where you have the potential of like losing power, it's O-Polar. I mean, they move some air. And I've just got it clipped there so it constantly stays charged from my power supply. Before I forget, I'm gonna secure that. This whole pulley system keeps that toolbox and everything from moving. When I'm driving, I actually have a Camelback, and the tube, I put it up on the grab handle so I can have water while I'm driving. So a lot of times when I'm home, I've actually got it wired and plumbed so I can, if I'm at a campsite, I can have running water. I can hook up the power to it. So we'll bring that back around. So that's the view from the back end. And then I could be laying there in my hammock looking out the back door. So yeah, that's my home on the road. Oh, that's right there. That's my toilet. So I can be completely self-contained. So let's see here. Kick that back around. Doop. Yeah, so I mean, like, this is literally, when I'm on the road, this is my home. I have everything I pretty much need. My wife and I are avid hammock campers, so we tend to make do with little space. Oh, the mosquitoes are going crazy. So if you have a problem with mosquitoes, I will tell you, Thermacell, these little Thermacells, oh, they're a savior for being able to deal with all of these. I mean, like, there's probably a dozen in here right now, but I'm not going to be out here long enough, because those will run either, you can get 4-hour pads or 12-hour pads. Yeah, this, you can definitely, in this light, you can definitely see the full on, like, beard effect. So I'm gonna kick that on to get a little airflow going. Oop. I have been growing this beard to about this length. Is probably it took about 4 years for it to hit that length. Get away from the doors a little bit. So this is my life on the road. So I thought I would just share with you guys what my life is like on the road. Got the cup holder, boom, right there for my beverage. I could set up my laptop right where that camera is and watch whatever movies and that kind of stuff. The goal is to eventually get the internet out here great enough, like within the van, to be able to stream. Yeah, Reth, oh, almost got him. Yeah, we have a lot of hammocks. We do, to us, hammocks are a much easier sleep system, because like right now this is set up and all of that, but I'm not occupying any of the space on the floor, so like the dogs could be like moving around on the floor. And then what I do when it's time to actually move, if I need to like break down for a bit, all I have to do is I can do that, and bed's put away, and that gives me this full range, like all in the van, because I can run kayaks inside here. So I could have like a couple of kayaks in the van and still be able to like, boom, you can't even set up a tent that fast. And then boom, I've got my bed. We covered it a little bit earlier. The other bed is on this shelf. I can have that as a shelf with the blanket. I gotta pack that blanket up on this shelf. Or I can take this pad, flip it up, and now I have a a work shelf. We've got that's a chair. Got a couple of like chairs that I can bring out. That's a little table. The dogs' bowls, all of that. And then back here, that's actually like it's supposed to be a pop-up playpen for kids, but we use it as like an outdoor doghouse. And then, yeah, I mean, we covered it earlier, but that's hot water on demand, the propane for the hot water on demand, my electric scooter for mobility whenever I go out on the road. And then just back in bed. And having like the fridge, freezer, all that stuff. Simple and easy. So this is my home on the road. With as much time as I spend out on the road, oh, hey, Bink. So, okay, I've got you both on here at one time. Neek, 2288, he's a Netherlands streamer, and his birthday is today. Bink TTV is another Netherlands streamer, and his birthday's next week. So, happy birthday to Neek, and happy early birthday to Bink. So, glad I got you both on here. Pulling the cloth out from under me so I can actually, like, sit up. So, and all of you people in chat, hey, Kelpie Ventures, if you're still there, can you do a shout out to Neek and Bink? And both those guys are great streamers from the Netherlands. I wind up having, like, not just watching their stream, but actually interacting with them. The conversations that we have are awesome. And so definitely check out those guys. Let's see here. Looking at chat. Less than 2 months, you'll be 30 years old. Oh, 30. Let's see. My 30th birthday was over 17 years ago. Although I do have to say, I have actually found streamers older than I am. I've encountered some other people on Twitch that are actually older than I am. Oh, I gotta set up that Neek. I gotta set up that command on my page as well. So yeah, this is my home when I'm out on the road. When you exist in a van, you start to understand that every square inch of space that you can get, you try to make the most of it, and you try to figure out like how to okay, I've got a 6-inch space up here. What can go there? This total build out, my wife and I did. It's a base, the Promaster 3500 extended wheelbase, polyiso board for the insulation, and then an actual like plastic wall covering. We wanted to leave the channels open for running wiring and all of that stuff, but we were looking at all of the VanLife stuff, and they were all these like complicated builds, and we just kind of looked around and figured out how to do what we call the no build. So as I showed earlier, that toolbox is my food storage and my pots and pans and my silverware and all of that, like what people would normally put in drawers and cabinets. But the nice thing about industrial toolboxes is they have a key to lock the drawers, so now I don't have to worry about them flying open when I'm driving. The other bed and that desk area, that's industrial shelving. That's all it is, with some like heavy duty, like 2,000 pound zip ties holding it to the wall, keeping it from tipping over, and doing weight distribution and all of that. There's so much of it. It doesn't have to be expensive, and you can make it work. And so, I mean, I've done days like 14 days out on the road, and I've got everything I need contained within my little bubble. So yeah, the next step is getting the solar panels. I've got the solar panels, but actually getting them installed to power that, to charge that power supply. And then I've been researching internet solutions so that I would be able to stream on the road. Because, I mean, imagine, like, right now you'd have the view of my house out the doors, but sitting in here streaming and out that door is the Atlantic Ocean. So the background of my camera view is the Atlantic Ocean, or the Pacific Ocean, or a river or a lake in Arkansas, or the Gulf of Mexico, or Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I mean, there's, the possibilities pretty much become endless. And it's another, like, looking at Twitch and going, what are the boundaries? And I don't really see them. Well, one boundary, I will not be doing hot tub streaming. Nobody wants to see this in a hot tub. But why can't I, like, do gaming and just chatting IRL stuff? So that's, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things, because I mean, like, this week I'm here, and then, you know, the next week there's a possibility I may be back on the road. And so in trying to keep my schedule of when I want to stream, well, I may not be home for gaming. And so being able to bring in some of these other things. And one of the things that I've noticed is having people like Bink and Niek from the Netherlands. Why not take them on adventures in the United States? Let them see Beaver Lake, Arkansas. Let them see, you know, Lacombe, Louisiana. You know, there's some of the places that I'm going to be going to that aren't the big cities. So you would never really, I mean, like, you would go to, let's say, Louisiana. If you were going to visit Louisiana, a lot of people are going to go to New Orleans because you have a limited amount of time, you have a limited amount of funds. So New Orleans, that's where you're going to go. And New Orleans is a great place. But just on the other side of that lake, of Lake Pontchartrain, is Lacombe, Louisiana, is, you know, there's all these other smaller towns, like Slidell, Lacombe, Franklinton, Covington, Mandeville, all of these other small towns. Or if you, like, further south, Pac, Pointe-à-Chien. Pointe-à-Chien, Louisiana is a beautiful place to go kayaking. And so being able to, like, take my viewers and do these IRLs, these just chatting and these IRLs in some of these locations. I mean, if you look up, the easiest way to probably say PAC, P-A-C, kayak rentals, and find where it is. Dude, you're talking like, here's the bottom of, like, typically what people consider the bottom of Louisiana. You're like down here, you're almost out in the Gulf. Right now I'm streaming from a Galaxy S20 Plus. This is the Twitch app. It's just the Twitch app on my phone. I'm using I think it's an Osmo gimbal. No, it's the DJI Osmo gimbal. John, dude, okay, John, I just saw that clip. I didn't get to see it live, but I saw the clip of you landing that hang glider in the forest. Dude, I saw your clip and I saw Strong Hand Gaming's clip. That was impressive. Yeah, honestly, I used to, when I would go out kayaking, I would bring like a DSLR and my GoPros and that. I still bring some of my GoPros and everything, but dude, with the cell phone technology, and I mean, like, this is the front camera, the front-facing camera on my cell phone. The back cameras, some of the capabilities of the back cameras, I was like, I'm not gonna risk my, like, expensive DSLR camera on the water with a kayak. I'll take this sucker. So, yeah, this is what my home is like. Whenever I hit the road, is just getting out there, and it saves me on hotels. Tough stream on the go. Yeah, I mean, like, it saves me on hotels. It saves me on eating out, and as long as I can park, I can stay there. So, like, let's see, Jensen Beach, Florida. When I go to Jensen Beach, Florida, I can park like right beside the Indian River, and just be here in my hammock, and outside that door is, you know, the Indian River, or Jacksonville, Florida, on the Atlantic Ocean. Oh yeah, this is totally my survival plan. Because like if we have another, we got hit pretty hard by Hurricane Harvey, but if we have another hurricane coming, instead of having to go, okay, where can we go stay? Where can we evacuate to? We can load up all of the stuff that, you know, that we want to save, because it's a cargo van. Put it in here. This is actually, I built it, John. It's a Promaster 3500, Ram Promaster 3500, that I did all the build on it. So I've got a fridge freezer, the Dometic 95 quart dual zone fridge freezer, a power supply, give it a little tap. That's my hot water on demand, the propane that runs the hot water on demand. Down there is a 13-gallon water tank. That's my electric scooter. I do have it plumbed. Like out on the bumper, I can hook up hose and plug in, so the hose actually runs through the bumper, up the column, and to that hot water heater for hot water. It's an L4 diesel engine. This van is essentially a Fiat Ducato van that Ram brought to the United States, did just what they needed to do to make it street legal for the United States. So yeah, with this being diesel and all of that, pulling a trailer full of kayaks, I still get like 20 miles to the gallon. It's a 25-gallon tank, and I drive about 400 miles before I fill up. Sorry, I'm not doing all the conversions in my head right now. No, actually, it's because of our stupid regulations. There's some of the things that don't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. Losing my focus. It's that white balance back there. I try to kayak wherever I can. Ever since I took over the business of Viking kayaks, I actually kayak less. But the fun part about it is I kayak less, but I get to go kayaking in Arkansas, in Louisiana, in Florida, in North Carolina. I get to travel around. So, yeah, with the rules of the United States versus other countries. So, the front dash of this van has a like clipboard on it, and it sits like this on the dash. So the clip is here. And I was like, that makes absolutely kind of like no sense. And then I found out that, oh, the original one over in Europe it actually like popped up, so you had a clipboard. Well, the United States won't allow anything like that on the dash because it's a safety risk, and so there's crazy things like that. Some of our emission stuff, some of the reinforcing and safety things have to be done. Because trust me, there's a ton of vehicles that are easily available in the like in Europe that I would love to have here. I'll get used to the steering wheel on the other side of the road, on the other side of the car. I don't care. But there are some awesome, like, it's called Unimog. These like 4x4s and 6x6s that are complete, like, drive across Europe, down into Africa, across the Sahara vehicles that I wish we could get here. And the stupid thing is, like, there's one model that comes to the United States. And all the other models you could pick up for, let's say, like 100 to 200,000 US dollars in Europe. The one model that is actually like U.S. Department of Transportation regulated, it's all good, $500,000. And I'm like, I want that other one. Number one, because it's cheaper. Number two, I like the setup better. And for $400,000, I think I would be able to get it to the United States. But they wouldn't. It wouldn't pass inspections here. We have annual inspections on our here in Texas. We have annual inspections that we have to do on our vehicles. Luckily, I'm not in like an emissions county and all of that where we have additional stuff. But like in Texas, my trailers, my vehicles, anything that's on the road has to be registered and inspected every year. Yeah, up in Canada. Well, it's another way also for them to get their money. Yeah, we're of a libertarian mindset of taxation is theft. So I work and I earn the money, and when I earn that money, I have to, like, you're taking taxes out of my paycheck for that money. Then every year I have to file my income taxes to pay taxes on the money that I made. And if I ever spend that money, every single thing that I buy has like a sales tax on it. And then, so I taxed on the money I make. I buy the car. I have to pay taxes on the car when I buy it. I have to pay for my driver's license to be able to drive that car. I have to pay for the insurance to legally operate that vehicle. And then every year I have to pay you more value tax on my vehicle. So yeah, that's it's like, I earned the money. It's my money. Why do I have to keep giving you some of it? Oh yeah, capital gains tax. They just upped our capital gains tax here in the States as well. And then if you try, like, okay, I've got my money, I want to try to increase my money, so I'm going to invest my money, and by investing my money, I'm making more money to help pay for my retirement and everything. I have to pay taxes on the money that I make using the money that you've already taxed. Oops. I forgot to silence everything. So that was my mother calling. Sorry, Mom. I'm streaming. Yeah, my ringtone is... see, I'm going to get my copyright strike for that little clip. My ringtone is Elvis Presley's a little less conversation, a little more action. I do that to remind me every time my phone rings that there's work to do. I know that's not quite what the song is about, but that's my motivation for that ringtone is a little less conversation, a little more action. It's reminding me that there's work that needs to be done. I actually get to talk now. That's what this is all about. Which my wife would be the first person to tell you, I don't have a problem talking. So yeah, we covered the tour of it. The vent fan I installed. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's some bot somewhere monitoring chats or streams. It's like, oh. Yeah, because I've heard of people getting like YouTube strikes and stuff like that because they were doing a live broadcast and somebody in the background was watching something and the audio caught the background stuff. But trying to think if there's anything else to cover. Yeah, with this humidity, my beard is in full effect. That humidity, because I know on some of y'all's streams, I know we were talking about it, where I'm parked, I actually had to move my van over because there's a massive like mud hole. See, what's the furthest trip you've taken in this thing? I've driven the entirety of I-10 once already, and there's a chance that in the next month I'll be doing it again. So I average about, I think it was like 40 to 50,000 miles a year. Yeah, I-10, Interstate 10 runs from Jacksonville, Florida to Los Angeles, California. Yeah, I mean, like the when I left Arkansas and on uh, Monday, uh, dropped off kayaks in Rogers, Arkansas, and then drove 12 hours straight. I can do about 13 to 14 hours of straight driving. Stopping, like I said, about every 4 or 5 hours, every 400 miles. Refill the gas tank, empty my gas tank, and then hop back in. So I mean, like if I'm doing straight throughs to Florida or California, the shop in Florida is about, I think, 21 hours from my warehouse, and then the shop in Pismo Beach, California is right at 24 hours. One thing that you'll learn is people in Texas refer to distance in time because it's everything so far. So that's, I think that comes to about 20, I think it's like 2,600 kilometers one way to the shop in Florida. All right, John. Thank you very much for for tuning in. I really do appreciate all the support from you guys, and I'm sure I will catch you guys on later, because I have to have my strong hand gaming for my late night Twitch radio. So I was just checking the time. Yeah, it's been about an hour. But no, I mean, that's I buy 50,000 to 60,000 mile tires, and I replace them about once a year. So, oh my Lord, I'm not sure if you could see this. That is a Texas mosquito. Oh, he's probing. He's probing. Wait, where's the camera? I can get it to focus. That is a Texas mosquito. Let's see if I can get that to really focus. So now you have proof. When we say everything's bigger in Texas, there we go. Get that to focus in. Yeah. So when you see me swatting at mosquitoes, you could see. Oh, I just stunned him. See, look, his legs are still twitching. It takes a lot to actually kill these things. So literally, when I went, oop, I probably just stunned him. Oh, he's still moving. Yeah, that's the that's what we deal with down here, especially after the rain that we've had. Oh wait, where did I put my? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's another one. So that's why I've got the fan going, was hopefully keeping the air moving enough that they don't really like the moving air. So like on the other side, like outside of my van where I'm blocking the wind, yeah, I wouldn't want to be over there. But I've tried to get enough airflow through here to kind of keep them from landing. And I've got a couple of resident spiders. Generally in my van, if I find a spider, I don't kill it because he's gonna act as my zapper. And like I said, that thermocell, the big sliding door, I've got a screen door that I can put to close that up. And when I'm down in like Louisiana, when I get down into like the southern Louisiana and stuff, oh yeah, I've got the thermocell running, keeping the mosquitoes out of here. I've got the screen door up because they're mosquitoes, and then they have these gnats, and just trying to keep all of them at bay. There's another one. So, yep. It's my home. If y'all have any questions about van life or anything, let me know. Because let's see. Yeah, it's been about an hour. These IRLs I was going to try to keep about an hour. Just because, I mean, there's not a game as a distraction. It's just my luxurious beard. See, we've got the red hornets, we've got the yellow jackets, we've got mud daubers, that are all around here for the different wasps that we have. Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, you've said it on your stream, Bink, and it's true. One of the beautiful things about the Twitch community, and I mean, with the advantages that we have in technology today, is the fact that, like, right now, you are sitting in the Netherlands. Let's see, if it's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock here, it's like 7 p.m. 7 p.m. in the Netherlands. Yeah. 7 p.m. You're sitting in your house at 7 o'clock in the evening in the Netherlands, and you're having a conversation with a guy in Texas, and it's noon in Texas. I mean, it's bizarre because, I mean, within my lifetime, I mean, I can remember when like our phone numbers, you only had to dial like a town small enough that you only had to dial 4 digits, and then you get from that into long distance calling, and then being able to like, because I'm from the generation of, like, we didn't have the internet. We had Encyclopedia Britannica. So you bought this like volume, this written book, all these volumes, and then every year you got the annual, which was the, oh, we're making corrections, or, oh, here's some new information. So if you wanted to research anything, you had to either go with what was in the set of encyclopedias that you had at your house, or you had to go to the library, know the Dewey Decimal System and how the card catalog worked, to find all of the books, and it was information that was already written and set in stone, so to speak. And to me, it's fascinating that now you have the internet, and I mean, like, you can find out information in real time, and that information is being edited and revised in real time. Now, we all know that you can't really trust like Wikipedia and things like that, but the fact that it's there, I mean, like right now, like last night, talking to Neek and seeing the beverage that he was drinking, and knowing, like, in real, like, hey, what's there to drink in the Netherlands, and having somebody on camera go, this, it's insane. You would think, oh, my phone's going crazy with white balance. You would think that with our connectiveness, with the way that we are able to instantaneously have a conversation with somebody halfway across the world, you would think that that connection would bring us closer together. And I really do believe that for a while there it was. But I definitely know that, like, within our country and everything, the power of social media and all of that has done the exact opposite. It's driving people to extremes. And so there's a lack of meaningful conversation and a breakdown in that communication. And that's one of the things that I really value about what I've found with the streamer community is finding that balance, and finding those people that are embracing that positivity, and trying to further that positivity, not having I've been to plenty toxic channels and stuff like that, and where it is a very ego-driven streamer, and I have no interest in those streamers. There are plenty of, let's say, my peers within the business, and I make the comment when people go, what do you think about this person? And I'll tell them, like, look, I cannot fault them as a businessman. They have made business decisions, and those decisions have been successful for them. They aren't necessarily the decision that I would have made. It's not necessarily the route that I would have gone, but I don't fault them as a businessman. And so, like, okay, the hot tub streamers. That's like a big topic, and how like some of them are having their ad revenue taken from them and that stuff. I don't think that that's necessarily right. Twitch, you set your terms of service. You cannot fault them for finding the loophole that you left. Now, will I do hot tub streaming? No. Do I watch any of the hot tub streaming? No. But that's the whole point. That right there. If you don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like a book, don't read it. If you don't like a TV show, don't watch it. If you don't like a movie, don't watch it. Nobody's making you do that. But you also do not have the right to tell other people that they can't read it, watch it, see it. Because, I mean, when it comes to an individual, as long as what I'm doing is not directly affecting anybody else, in my own right, I am sovereign. That's just kind of the scratching the surface on that topic. I don't believe in like censorship in any way. It's perfectly okay, Twitch. You know what? Age gate it, which it probably is age gated. And, you know, you said that the attire has to be situationally appropriate. Don't blame them for figuring out how to do it. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to, is there's not any harm being done. I mean, it would be different if there was, you know, like a pimp forcing them to do it. But these are people that are adults and making their own decisions and having complete control over the whole situation. And if they choose that is the way that they want to stream, and that's what it is, then fine. If you're deeming it as adult content, then fine, age gate it. But to take the money from them, that's their job. This is what the work they've chosen to do. And so, no, I think that they should be able to stream whatever they want. I may have to shut that if that's keeps doing that white balance. Shut one of the doors. I mean, like, okay, lots of minors watching. Well, the thing is, there's some of the stuff that you have to take into account. Like, okay, if you're going to stream Minecraft, know that you're probably going to have a higher chance of somebody under the age of 18 coming into your chat, coming in and seeing your stream. But if it's well, I mean, yeah, I mean, come on. Some of us are old enough to remember Sears catalogs. Or you had the push button changer for your cable and knowing how to decode certain TV stations. It's there. But I mean, the thing is like sex sells. That has been like, it's one of the greatest motivators. See, totally. There you go. What you do, Bink, is you get into the hot tub, and then you discuss the differences between Kierkegaard and Kant. That's what you do. Is you sit down and have an entire discussion on, did Christianity assimilate the Roman culture, or did the Roman culture assimilate Christianity? Discussing the beginnings of morality. Try and see if I can take some of the white light out. Actually, you know what I can do? Bring that one in. There we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, the Kierkegaard, Kant, Freud, PSA, Plato's, Socrates, Aristotle. I mean, all the philosophers. Lacan. I can deal with a lot of the philosophy of thought. It's the linguistic philosophers, like Noam Chomsky, and some of those that I'm like, you know, that, I mean, then you start drifting towards like quantum theories and things like that of, oh, on broccoli? I don't think I've actually ever gotten mold on broccoli. Although, probably because we buy it, like a lot at the at a time, and then like package it and freeze it. But mold on broccoli straight from the supermarket? Oh, I wish that oh, a black mold? Oh. Now, I have had, I love dates. And I'm not sure if any of you have encountered this yet, but there is a mold that can get inside a date, and the date will look perfect from the outside, and you like take a bite, and it's like you just ate sawdust. It's nothing but like the black spores, and so I was like, I'm like, here goes this like cloud of black. Funny, Neek. Well, now that you are a more mature person, now that you have you know, matured another year, I'm sure. that the dates will be there. So it's actually that door that's... It's weird, it's so much brighter on my screen than it is in real life. Oh, it's actually maybe the lights that I have in here. So, to everybody in chat, you do realize that right now, you're in the back of a van with no windows with a strange man. Just think about that. I got some free candy. Yep. Because I can twitch. Unlock that. You want some candy? I got some candy. Let's see what else. Okay. So, here's an odd thing. We like cashews. And stopped at a store and they had 2 flavors of cashews. There was bacon ranch cashews and there was dill pickle cashews. So riddle me this, Batman. Bacon ranch cashews are vegan. Dill pickle cashews are not. Figure that one out. So let's see. Because I was going to, I've got like another video for another time planned on like some of the food and stuff like that we carry. But for everybody over in Europe and all that, Vegemite is better than Marmite. No discussion. Vegemite is superior to Marmite. Let's see. Let's see what I've missed. Yeah, I've got the candy. Yeah, a clip of me going, I've got candy. Creaking in the hammock. Ah, there we go. what was that? When they off on the next adventure. That will probably be in a week or so. Let us fly. Dude, if y'all come from the Netherlands, number one, I've got places locally that you would be able to stay at, but also, oh yeah, the three of us just like jump in the van and go. Bink, Laura can hang out with my wife. So we could take care of everybody because my wife's got her own van. And so like all the guys can be in one van and all the girls can be in another van. And we can go road tripping. And see, I won't take you to the tourist spots on that tour. We'll go to where like the real stuff is. I'll take you down to like South Louisiana, or the North Shore of Lake Pontchartrain in Louisiana. Go down to like the valley here, the Rio Grande Valley. Neek, get you some like tequila straight from Mexico. Get you some real tequila straight from Mexico. Wrestle an alligator. No, you don't. Trust me, you don't. They're really not that bad. Now, one of the places that we would go, that we can go kayaking, what is it? Bayou Cane. There's a, let's see, 13 feet. So that's 400 centimeters, 4 meters. So there's an alligator that's about 4 meters long that lives right there in Bayou Cane, where we go kayaking in Louisiana. All right, Bink. Not a problem. Thank you very much for turning in. Yeah, you and Neek need to follow each other. Your stream times generally don't overlap too much. But yeah, since y'all are both there in the Netherlands, and enjoy. I'm probably gonna sign off here in a bit. Just wanted to test all this out and show y'all my home, all that stuff. But so yeah, this one is here in South Texas. The next one, who knows where it'll be. So yep, I had planned on doing this about an hour. We've gone to about an hour and a half. But I definitely do appreciate all of you guys like tuning in and bounce around in chat. I've really enjoyed the community that I've found with Twitch. And so with these just chattings, I actually don't have access to chat response. But the names that you see flying around on chat, hey, go up, right click their name, go check out their channel, And if it looks like something that you like, give them a follow. I know that not every streamer, not every channel is for everyone. But one of the things that I've found is there are some streamers that I may not be interested in the game that they're playing, but I'm interested in the person that's doing the stream. So as you bounce around on Twitch and those kind of things, sometimes stop in, check out some of the pages, even if it's not a game that you necessarily would enjoy playing. Sometimes the person that is doing the stream is a bit more important than the game itself. Exactly, Wrath. A lot of times, that, especially during the day, I have things that are going on, and so I'm having to like check emails, look at manifests, do all of that stuff. But a lot of times, like with your Discord group, the crew and everything, there's a lot of times that I will put some of those people on, and I can hear what's going on, but I may not be able to see what's going on, and just the conversations that happen, and then I find like, okay, now I need to like click over because I actually want to respond to that in chat. But a lot of times I'm just listening to the way some people do podcasts. I'm listening to Twitch streams. So that's why if there's anybody of you that are like streaming normally during the day, and it seems like I pop in and out and in and out of your chat, is because a lot of times I've got the audio going, but it's still fun. The people doing the stream to me are a lot more important than the game. And some of the numbers, looking at some of the numbers, like I've seen people that have like 50,000 followers, but on any given stream they only have like 500 or 600 people on their stream. And I've found that a lot of times it's because, okay, people are watching you for the game, they're not watching you for you. But then a lot of times with some of these smaller streamers, they may have 1,000 followers, but they're averaging like 600-700 viewers. So that ratio of the people that are choosing to follow them and choosing to interact with them is a much higher proportion than some of these like massive creators. And I just enjoy it more. I like having a lot of the smaller audience going to the smaller audience channels and things like that. So again, wrap it up. Thank y'all very much for tuning in to this Bearded Brigand IRL. I'm going to try to do these on Saturdays around 11 or noon CST, so I can still catch all the guys over in the Netherlands and around the world. But thank you very much for coming in. If you were new here, I am trying to, I'm like 10 away, I think, from my affiliate. If you could just click the follow. It doesn't cost you anything for the follow, and potentially like helps us out. No pressure at all if you don't. Like I said, once a week on Saturdays I'll probably be doing these IRLs. Tuesdays and Thursdays try to do gaming and that stuff. But really love the support of every single one of you guys, and hope to see everybody and in their streams. So thank you very much for tuning in.